Hello, and thank you for joining us for this week's Faith Focus Moment. So I ran across this great example and it really got me thinking. It's about a couple that had been married for over 20 years, and the husband was always driving this pickup truck. And when they were first dating and as newlyweds, he would just have his left hand on the steering wheel like this, and his right hand would just be across the seat next to him, and they would just drive down the road together, and his girl would snuggle up beside him, and they were listening to Garth Brooks, and you can just picture what was happening with this couple as they were in love with each other, going down the road together, listening to great country music. But then 20 years later, he was still driving the same truck, going down the road, his hand still on the wheel, his arm still across the seat next to him. His wife was now on the other side of the truck, but by the window. She looked over and said, "Honey, what happened to us? Remember years ago when we were driving, I would always be sitting right there next to you, snuggling by your side." And he looked over to her and answered, "Well, I still haven't moved." Let me ask you this question. Has this ever been you as it relates to God? Was there once a time where you were just really close to God, but over time there's been this drift in your relationship with God? And maybe it was a slow drift, but one day you just woke up and you didn't feel that closeness with God that you once had. And when you come to such a realization, and you may even start asking questions like, "God, where did you go? God, why are you so distant? Why now? Once we were so close." And if you're asking such questions today, this is what God may want to say to you. Well, all I can say is I didn't move. You know, the reality is that God doesn't move. Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's in the same place that he's always been, and his love for you has stayed the same no matter what. But the fact is, we can and we do move, and most often we move when we allow life and the worries of this world to just take our attention and take us off of the things that are most important in our life, in our relationship with our kids, with our spouse, maybe with our friends. But most dishearteningly, when we allow these things to take our focus off of God, to where we find ourselves on the other end of the truck saying, "What happened?" And listen, this happens to the best of us. It can particularly happen in times of distress, crisis, change, when we're facing unknowns, much like what we're facing today. And I don't know where you are today, but here's what I want to challenge you to do in protecting yourself from the slide. Here's the challenge. Seek first. Jesus said to his disciples, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." That's Matthew 6:33 through 34. In other words, don't let the worries of this world distract you. Don't worry about tomorrow and what it may bring. Look at what's in front of you today. And before anything, seek God first. Seek relationship with him. Seek his priorities. Seek living to his right ways. Seek God first. He's still there. He hasn't moved. Seek him first and then trust him. He'll take care of you. That's what it means that when he says all these things will be given, he'll take care of you. He'll get you through. He's with you. It just requires for us to seek him first and to trust. It starts with God first, and then in our relationship with him. When was the last time that you started out your day with God? When was the last time you started with God first in a decision? When was the last time you just sought out God and your relationship with him? I want to challenge you this week to seek God first in your relationship and allow him to come through for you. Would you start that today? Hey, thank you for joining us today in this faith moment. For more resources in connecting to God and his love, visit us through our website at cgcsaudita.org or download our app from the App Store or Google Play by searching Common Ground Church Saudita. Hey, have a great day and God bless.